negative $2,201. It is day 9 of the $0 to $100 million journey / challenge, and I wanted to talk about momentum today. So we're up $25 from yesterday, which is awesome. I wish it was a higher number, but pretty much I just taught a guitar lesson, got paid today. Easy days, $25 is $25. It's half an hour of work. Cruising. The reason I wanted to talk about momentum is because it's really easy to get these one-off wins and get complacent. So as an example, yesterday we ended up, I think, $281 ahead, which is awesome, and that's actually a really substantial win, especially given that I paid like rent and utilities and all that stuff. So for us to get up by $200 after all of that, it's a good day. That's a successful week. However, the thing that I'm more concerned about is not getting complacent and just building steady wins. So, as part of this channel, every day I'm confronted with the fact that that night I'm going to record a video and I'm going to say whether I made money that day or whether I lost money that day. And so every day I have to find some way that I can get money. Yesterday, it was a guitar lesson, and it was like, okay, doing this guitar lesson now, I'm going to get paid tomorrow, tomorrow's video is sorted. So I spent all of today stressing, worrying myself sick, not really, about how I was going to get money tomorrow. And the answer to that, we will delve into shortly. But this idea of no big wins, the rent is due every day, have to keep the momentum going. Look, even if I only make $1 every day, the feeling and the sensation of it's momentum and it's building, and I can trust myself to make it continue and get bigger and bigger and snowball in the future. It really does help having that force behind me. The thing that I've noticed within myself, especially in the past, is if I get a big lump sum payment, like let's pretend I did my taxes today, so 3 to 14 days from now that'll come into my account. Happy little surprise. And yeah, the tax refund, historically I would have gotten tax refund and been like, oh, that's great. I can just step off the gas for a couple of days, no worries. But now that I'm doing this challenge and I need that momentum, I don't have that luxury. I don't have the luxury of seeing success and then taking my foot off the gas pedal. When I see success, I need to not only keep my foot on the gas pedal, but push it even harder so I can get another larger win the next day and not look like I'm going backwards. So, the plan for tomorrow and ongoing. I found a website called, oh goodness, smartlead.ai. I will endeavour to put a link in the description because I've already forgotten what it's called. But for 40 USD a month, which is, call it $1.50 a day, they will pretty much automate all of your cold emails for you, including email and domain warm-ups. So I've been wrestling with the domain warm-ups and cold emails for the last number of days, but I'm going to switch over to this software. It's going to cost me like $60 because of the conversion rates. And once that $60 is out of my account, that day when I do it, this video is going to be like, I spent $60 today. And that day will be tomorrow. But the benefit that I'm foreseeing is that I do that, I can then scale my outreach from about 30 to 40 new contacts per day to like multiple hundreds. I believe you can get up to 200 per day on the $40 a month plan. So I can just instantly scale my outreach to 200 people per day. It's got split tests built in. It's got deliverability checks built in. It's got everything that you could possibly ask for built in. And I believe that once I'm using that as my main cold email outreach, my deliverability rates will improve, which would be nice. I'll be able to track metrics like the open rates, be able to do real split tests. Imagine that. And I'll also be able to free up my time to do even more content. So I recorded a video for Seamless Outcomes, and I basically said, look, platforms will let you do up to 3 reels a day before you start seeing any detriment. And I went through and I was like, since I started this business, which in fairness was before I was doing content for it, I have done a grand total of like 0 a day. I think it's like 0.4 per day on average. So 0.4 per platform per day, which is woeful compared to the 3 a day. And the math works out that if you do 1 piece of content per week on one platform, another person can do up to 190 pieces of content that week. Only short form reels, sort of across platforms and whatnot. And I mean, like 190 weeks is basically 4 years, So I'm 4 years of content behind where I could have been if I was just spending more time doing that and less time doing all of the cold email stuff and tweaking and doing deliverability things. So I'm just going to bite the bullet, pay that $60 and let you know all of the results. In other news, the Qwen team dropped a new AI model today. It is Qwen 3 30B A3B 2507 Instruct. That was a mouthful. Basically what all of that mumbo jumbo means is there's a new update for an old model. It doesn't have thinking built in, but it is very fast and it is relatively smart. Smart enough that for my Google Maps offer that I've just started running, it's able to look at a page's HTML and decide what rank on Google Maps a certain business is. So I basically say, here's the business name, here's the HTML of this page, what rank is the business? And it'll think for way too long because my Mac is dying on me at a rapid pace, and it'll spit out, boom, it is rank 19. And that might take about 20 seconds, but once that's done, it'll just put it on the text file, and then in my email outreach, I can automate it saying, hey look, you're rank 19th on Google Maps. I believe we can make you plus 30, or subtract 30%, which would be like 13. I believe I can rank you 13th within 1 month by making these simple changes. Here is a business that I've already done this for, and then it's my own business that was already ranking number 1. Who would have thought? But, there's simple things, like just optimizing the system every day, building the momentum again. Those are the things that are really going to carry the success over the finish line. And look, fundamentally, I believe that I'm about a fortnight from getting to the $0 mark again. And once we're back at 0, the objective is no longer get out of debt. The objective is start building a fund that I can invest into business. And so the goal is we're going to get a client, we're going to reinvest all of that money into Facebook ads, and then we're going to work from there. At this point, I'm lowering my threshold. I'm happy if I just make $50 from a client. And look, I believe that you can do it as well. I think you should start your own YouTube channel for $100 million challenge journey, whatever you want to call it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. It does mean a lot to me when I see the number go up. Makes me happy, feel like I'm on the right track. But more importantly, it'll help you keep up with every update every day and see live what is working, what's not working, and hopefully inspire you to make some more money. Please do leave a comment with, realistically anything. I had a guy yesterday asking me my thoughts on loans and risk, and I basically said I'm not afraid of it, but now is not the right time for me. I've responded to every comment so far. I would like to keep that up, so leave a comment, let me know your experience, let me know anything, ask a question, subscribe as I've already mentioned, and if you haven't already, make sure you watch my week 1 recap. Should be floating somewhere around here. Goodbye.